Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this quote of the week video. Now, as you know, the underlying manifestation process and principle is all the time the same, right? You can't change how manifestation works. It's always that we shift to something that is currently not tangible for us yet. We identify with that end state, we make it natural, we claim it, we assume it, we occupy it via any of the methods that, resonates most with us. We achieve this feeling of naturalness, we identify and we generate this feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? As though we already have it, aka believe you have received and you will, and then the mirror of this life will confirm it as a consequence. The manifestation will happen as a consequence of the wish fulfilled that already happened within you internally, right? But there's still a lot of nuances, a lot of little things that we can tweak to make the process better, to understand it better. And with this quote right here, I want to speak about the importance of not using these techniques, not using your imagination as a fun tool, but realizing that wherever you are in imagination, there you are. And I know for some of you it sounds really crazy right now, but it makes sense. We can just translate that, meaning wherever you are in awareness, there you are. Wherever you are in consciousness, there you are. Because imagination is simply moving within consciousness, moving within creation. Right now you are aware of this. And if you stay aware of this, you will generate the same circumstances over and over again in your life. But if you place your awareness on something else, on another state, on another version of you, another identity that already has achieved the goal, aka you imagine the end state, and you make that natural, you shift into the end, right, via these techniques, then you bring about these new changes and these new circumstances. So that is why you should not see your imagination just as a fancy, funny tool, but as extremely powerful. And wherever you dwell within consciousness, within imagination, there you are, not where your senses tell you that you are right now. Let us go into this, okay? This will make more sense by the end of this video. So this is what Neville Goddard said. You have the ability to conceive how you want to be. At the moment you conceive it, you are that person. Right? At the moment you conceive it, you are that person. But when you deny your imagination its reality and say, okay, I've imagined what I would like to be. Now, what do I have to see? What do I have to do to become this ideal? You're placing all of the steps in your way that it's taking for you to get there. Your ability to imagine that person, the other version of yourself, your desire, is being that person, is having it right now in this moment. Again, we don't want to imagine to get it, hopefully eventually, no. We imagine to experience the wish fulfilled right now, to internally be in that end state in the wish fulfilled right now, and not to get it into the future maybe, right? So if I have a desire right now for a new car, then I'm not sitting down and imagine, come out of my imaginal scene and I'm like, oh, okay, what can I do now? How can I speed it up? How can I get it quicker? That is when you use your imagination as a tool and you try to manipulate your reality. That is wrong. Watch the 5 manifestation mistakes video I did, where I go into way more detail on those mistakes, but that is a very important video to, not fall for these pitfalls. But again, you want to imagine to experience the wish fulfilled right now, right here, right? You want to pick a new slice of infinite states, right? You want to choose a new state right now and be in that state right now. And then there is no waiting, there is no hoping, there is no still desiring it because you have it right now. So again, first of all, you have to understand, you have to realize and remind yourself again of this infinite ability that you have to conceive how you want to be, to conceive something else than you are right now, than what you have right now present in your life. Just think about that. But would you not have this ability, you would just be stuck, you would just stay on a plateau. But because you can imagine something else for yourself, you can leave any state and shift into any new state that you want to express in your world, and any new version of yourself and any desire that you carry right now within you. That is alone extremely powerful. And while you imagine that, aka while you place your awareness on that state, while you shift your attention to that state, you are it right now. Because you have the satisfaction, your reactions change. You can see that you're internally living in a new state simply by looking at your reactions, which are the number one indicator showing that you have shifted, showing that internally you already live in the end. Right? If you still react the old way, how you reacted previously, that means that you are internally still living in the state of not having it, not being it. Whereas if you already, stop being triggered, stop being reactive towards present circumstances, and you internally already live in the end state, then you won't be triggered by, some maybe occurring old circumstances, but because you will have moved within consciousness, aka the only reality, because consciousness is the only reality into this new state. If you want to learn this full process from desire to manifestation, check out the manifestation guide video I did. I will link this above right now. This is a full guide on how the manifestation process works. But again, important is that you can conceive something else for yourself to be true, because you can shift into a new state, right? If this would not be true, you would for always, have the same circumstances, but because you can shift, you can manifest new things for yourself, make new things that already exist tangible for yourself. And while you imagine it, you are it. You are in it. You are in this state at this moment, right? So that is why you should not deny the reality of your imagination, not see it as a fancy tool, right? Check out the video I did called How to Imagine Correctly. I will also link this above so that you see we don't want to imagine to get and be like, okay, I close my eyes, I hear the congratulation, I experience the scene, I visualize that, and then I come out of that scene and I'm like, okay, where is it? I can't see it, I can't see movement. That is using your imagination as a tool. Whereas if you imagine to really bath yourself and devote yourself to the wish fulfilled in the here and now, that you have it, that you feel fulfilled, that you feel it is done right here, right now, then you will no longer desire it. Then you will no longer need it, wait it, and wish for it, because it is done for you within yourself. And then the mirror can confirm it in form of the manifestation, right? And as the consequence is the manifestation because of that wish fulfilled that you experience within, right? So if you say these things, right, I imagined what it would like to be. I imagine that I have X, Y, and Z, that I already achieved X, Y, and Z. But what do I have to see now? What do I have to do now? What's my next step? That I can become this. That simply means, and that states that you are trying to still to make it so. But how can you try to make something so that you have already within, that is already yours, that you have already identified with? So if you have really shifted into the end, you will no longer try to become it. You are it inwardly. You have shifted in it. You are living in that state of consciousness. And then you will be moved across a bridge of incidents to perfectly express this new state also externally, right? And when you do that, right, when you see your imagination as a tool and not of the core of your reality, you're placing all the steps in your way that it's taking for you to get there, because you think, okay, I still need to do this, I still need to do that, it's not here yet. But your name is I am, not I will be. I am it, I have it, I already have achieved that end state, right? So your ability to imagine that person, that new state, that version of yourself, to shift into identity, is being it. Your desire is your hidden identity. Check out the video I did on this topic, meaning what you desire, you already are. You just have to allow it in. You just have to accept it. You just have to view the world from that new state. Okay, this is so powerful, guys. If you need more insights in that, check out the 2 links that I have in the video description and in the pinned comments. First link is my free masterclass, where I'm going to straightforwardly, without any hype and fluff, tell you what is necessary, what you need to focus on in order to manifest your personal desires. And if you would like some more accountability, see the entire framework behind manifestation, have the right implementation and application steps, then you can also apply for a free 45-minute consultation call with me, where we can together find out if we are a good fit together. And if you would like to, team up with me, join my program so that we can work together on a more long-term basis to really make this very natural for you. Okay? But I think this is a very important quote. Again, you have the abilities to select new states. You are the operant power because you are not tied to the state and circumstances that you're in right now. You're the operant power that can shift into another state. Also, check out the video I did on what it means to be the operant power if you want to learn that. And yeah, at the moment while you experience that internally, you are it. It's not just fantasy. It's not just daydreaming. While you imagine the end state, while you hear the congratulations, while you feel the satisfaction of it being done, because you really hear the words congratulating you, you experience the scene, you experience the act, you use any technique that shifts you into this wish-fulfilled state, you are in it. So there's nothing for you left to wait or to seek or to hope for. It is done. It happens within you. The manifestation is only like the cherry on the cake. It's like the consequence, the echo, the result of that wish fulfilled that happened within you already. That is why you can never get what you want, but you always get who you are and what already is natural for yourself, right? So check out all of these videos that I linked previously in this video. This is very important, especially the one on how to imagine correctly, because this makes all the difference. If you're still sitting there, laying there and imagine doing the techniques, but then you still secretly wait, you still secretly hope, you still secretly desire. Also check out the video I did on are you still desiring. This is also very important, because if you still desire, then you are not in the wish fulfilled, then you are not in the end state. So you can't do those techniques from the premise of hopefully I get it soon, it's not here yet, but I imagine so strongly, what can I do right now to get it quicker? These are all just statements that you don't have it yet, that you still want it, that it is not done for you. So change your premise and imagine only for the sake of having it done, having the inner experience of the wish fulfilled, and bath yourself in that, carry this with you. That is what matters. You will stop needing confirmation, you will stop waiting for it. It is done. And then the manifestation follows like a thief in the night. It just happens without you having to force anything into being. Okay, so that's it. Leave me down in the comments below what you think about this quote, if you like it, and I look forward to speak to you soon. Bye guys.